Good morning, students. Welcome to New Era Global School online teaching class. The last few days, we are discussing about force, energy, and machines. And today, we will continue about what are the type of forces. Okay. So, what is a force? Anything, any push or pull, right? Push or pull, it is called as a force. So we need two object, right? Force need two object. So there are two types of forces are there, namely contact force and a non-contact force. So first, what is a contact force? When two objects touch with each other, a force is created. It is called as a contact force. Two object, it should touch with each other. Means it is a contact force. So two objects that do not touch with each other, but a force will be created means it is a non-contact force. I am repeating again. Push or pull, it is called as a force. There are two type of force are there, contact force and non-contact force. Contact force means when two objects touch with each other, a force is created. It is called contact force. When two objects, they do not touch each other, but a force is created means it is a non-contact force. So let us see one by one. First one, it is a friction. Okay, what is the first one? It is a friction. Now everyone rub your hands. What will happen? Rub for 2 to 3 seconds. What will happen? Your hand will become warm, right? One hand is said to be one object and another hand it is said to be another object. When you rub, what will happen? A force is created, right? That is called as a friction. When two objects slides over another object, a force is created. It is called as a friction. Now, when you push a pencil box, what will happen? Up to a certain distance, the pencil box will move and then it will stop. Why? Due to friction only. When the pencil box rub with the surface, what will happen? A friction is created, it will move. When it loses its friction, it will stop. Okay, so this is due to the friction between the tabletop and the box. It is not a laptop, it is a tabletop. Just write the word laptop and it is a tabletop. Okay, then friction has some following properties. Okay, let us see the properties. Friction always acts in the direction opposite to the direction of motion. What they are telling? Friction will be acting only in the opposite direction. Okay, if you give the force in this left direction, the friction will be taking on right direction. If the force is on right, the friction will act on left side. So first point, it always acts in a direction opposite to the direction of motion. And the next one, friction restricts the motion of one object over another object. That is, there are two type of surface are there. One is called as a rough surface and second is called as a smooth surface. So, if the surface is rough, the friction will be higher. And if the surface is smooth, the friction will be lesser. So, day-to-day life, we are seeing the force of friction. Without friction, we cannot do any work. I'm repeating again, listen students. So friction, we are talking about the friction. Friction is one type of the contact force. When one object slides over another, a friction is created. So the friction has some properties. First property, friction always act in the opposite direction. That is opposite to the direction of motion. Okay. Second one, friction restricts the motion of one object over the another object. Means there are two type of surfaces there, rough surface and the smooth surface. Road, it is a rough surface. Glass, it is a smooth surface. So when the surface is very rough, the friction will be higher, and if the surface is smooth, the friction will be lesser. So without the friction, many things cannot be done. So let us see one by one. Okay. So first we will see about what are all the advantage of the friction. Okay. Friction between our feet and soles of the shoes on the ground enable us to walk. So how we are walking on the ground? With the help of our legs covered with the shoes. When the shoes is said to be one object and the ground is said to be another object, when the shoes touches the ground, what will happen? We will start walking, right? Due to the friction. So when the shoes touch the ground, a force will be created which enables us to walk. Without friction, we can't able to walk. Okay. So now another example. Have you ever tried walking on ice? Can you able to walk on ice? If you walk on the ice, what will happen? The ice is a smooth surface, and if you put your legs on the smooth surface, it will be slippery and only little friction will be there and you will fall down. Right or not? So that is a second example. Third one, friction between our fingers and the pen help us to hold the pen and then write. How will you writing in your notebook? With the help of the pen or pencil. Your fingers is holding that one, right? When your fingers touches the pen, the friction will be created. Then you can hold the pen and then write. If frictions are not there, you can able to write? No. Then next one, vehicles move forward on the road due to friction between the tires and the road. Now the road is said to be a smooth rough surface. Tires are some smooth surface. What will happen? When the two objects slides over each other, when the tire slides on the road, the vehicles will start moving. Right or not? So these are all the advantage of friction. Without friction, we can't able to walk. Without friction, we can't able to write. Without friction, the vehicles cannot move on the road. So these are all the advantages of friction. And then what are all the disadvantages? Friction has some disadvantage also. Friction increases the wear and tear of the machine parts. Okay. Next one, the soles of our shoes and the tires of the vehicles wear out due to the friction. Now you are having the shoes, right or not? Continuously you are walking on the due to friction. What will happen? After some times our shoes will be wearing out, right? The continuous use of the shoes due to the friction, the shoes will wear out. Wear means it will tear out. And continuously we are using the tires. What will happen? Due to the friction, the tire also will be wearing out. So what happen? After several months, we will buy the next shoes. For several months after, the tire will be replaced. So these two are the disadvantage of friction. Okay. And next one, how to increase the friction and how to reduce the friction. Now everyone come to the page number 103. Okay, can you able to see the tire here? Tires wear out due to the friction. See the first one. The first one is a good tire and second one is a wear out due to the friction. Now see the shoes here. Grooves were there. After some many months, these grooves will not be there due to the friction. Okay. So method of increasing the friction. To avoid this one, the soles of our shoes are grooved. Grooved means what? Having long and narrow cuts. Now see the diagram here 103. Have you see some grooves there? Right? So if the shoes will have the groove, it will increases the friction. So easily we can walk and safely. And if you see the tires of buses and trucks, they also have the groove. Grooved means a cuttings there, right? Grooved means having long and narrow cuts. So if you are putting this one, what will happen? This offers better grip on the road. Okay, it will offer the better grip on the road. And then friction has methods of reducing the friction. So friction can be reduced by polishing the surface in contact. So what are the things are there? We should polish the surface. And you have to add the lubricants because machines will soil out easily. So for that we have to apply oil or grease. So these are the some of the methods of reducing the friction. So we will take a quick recap of today's session. We have started about the type of forces. There are two type of forces are there. Contact force and non-contact force. When two objects come in contact with each other, a force is created. It is called contact force. When two objects does not touch with each other, but a force is created means it is a non-contact force. So today we have seen an example of contact force, that is a friction. Friction means when an object slides over another object, a force is created. It is called friction. Now rub your hands. After rubbing your hands, you can feel warm, right? When the two objects are touching with each other, a force is created. It is called friction. Then friction has some properties. Okay, the friction will always act in opposite side of the motion. Then friction will be higher in rough surface and lesser in smooth surface. Then friction has some advantages, some disadvantage. Without frictions, we can't able to walk on the road. Without friction, we can't able to write on the paper. Without friction, the vehicles cannot move on the road. And then disadvantage, friction will increases the wear and tear of machine parts. Then method of increasing and decreasing friction. Okay, so these are all the topic today we have covered. Then we will discuss the things in the next class.